Alrighty, criminal monitoring. They're all going to federal prison for federal stalking. So continuing the previous video, this is part 2, the same documentation. You're looking at watching the demons move. They're monitoring me while they move. Okay, that's the significance of being an engineer light under a fake sun. Okay, and that aged third party, this aged Caucasian female is stalking, if you want to put it in terms of race, which is irrelevant. These are demons. They're monitoring and stalking a black woman that was an aged Caucasian female. And this is somebody that's engaged in surveillance, monitoring my genitalia while I put on clothes, put my clothes on, pack my bags, and the entities surrounding me with amplified audible activity inside of the hotel room. And demons such as this one, driving a documentation of impunity. You're going to prosecute under federal law the ongoing determination to maintain the criminal elements of monitoring. This is the mentally ill. They are acting with regard to knowledge that they're going to federal prison, and that does not stop them. These are the demon possessed, by the way, with regard to the future, the public safety concern, that will be engaged in a heightened aggression as history continues to be witnessed regarding the exposure of the demon possessed, the people that you're looking at every day who are monitoring you, and they are engaging in what is a demonic pattern of conduct. This is speaking to what is aggression. That aggression is analyzed based on the ongoing determination. This is somebody that's monitoring evidence, is listening to every word that I say, which is psychotic, but they're also exhibiting what is ongoing determination to monitor someone while they are being documented. I just want you to see this is somebody that's paying specific attention to me. The ordinary person is not somebody that's going to be aware that you have a phone on you while I'm on the third floor inside of the hotel. This demon is monitoring and stalking because the fake sun, which you know, is not the natural environment where the sun would be over the Walmart across the field at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You also know that this is a stalker because Hesperia has been engaged in gang stalking me by helicopter. It's 12:45 p.m. This is license L721, a handicap plate. This is a female. She's going to federal prison. And this is impunity that is shared by wearing housekeeping uniforms, monitoring on my phone, and that's impunity. They will not relent remaining. This is obsession that's exhibited. That's obsession, okay? Maintaining presence in the path. L721 handicap. Crossing path is activity creation, and there are demons that remain present in the path. That demon's not leaving, not from seeking for men in the path, aware of what I'm stating, exhibiting obsession by maintaining presence in the path, just like a housekeeper. Okay, impossible audible activity through the ceilings, through the floor, through the walls, while you're right outside stalking as an employee who's going to federal prison. All those that are not natural born citizens, they're going to be deported, and they're not welcome in this country. The most un-American criminal conduct, that which is going to be amplified through walls and ceilings, is impossible audible activity. But it is intentional maintenance in the path while I'm subject to that terrorism, and doing so while my shadow is pacing in front of me. That's not the normal light activity when you're standing under a light. All right, this is the same impossible light activity that's captured outside. And this is the entire floor. Rooms 301 to 345 are all engaged in criminal presence. Rooms 401 to 445 are all engaged in criminal presence. Rooms 101 to 110, criminal presence. Rooms 201 to 235, criminal presence. MARRIOTT is not only gang stalking me with the intent to murder and kidnap me with the state, in a terrorizing environment that includes a fake sun, amplification of noise on an ongoing basis pursuant to every move that I make and everything that I'm doing, in impossible light activity where I have 2 arms and I'm only raising 1 arm under what is a light that does not create multiple shadows with the people of the state. The entity is doing so with on an ongoing basis with regard to the maintenance of elements. While demons such as Paige Allen, who's answering the front desk phone, she's group stalking me and she knows that she's being documented, and Paige Allen's impunity has been documented my entire stay. She's going to federal prison. That's called relevant positioning. And the fake sun will no longer be at the back portion of my hotel room. It'll be right out here out the front, where I showed you the fake sun outside of my hotel room at 7:49 in the morning, the fake sun outside of my hotel room at 10:26 in the morning, the fake sun that's outside of my hotel room as I'm documenting it at 11, during the 11 a.m. hour, and I was at the Walmart, which is across this field, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, where I remained until after 3 o'clock, and I went back to the La Quinta Inn, where the entity was group stalking me by helicopter at that Walmart. This is surveillance, 9 PLH 216. Okay, they're group stalking while you see the fake sun now advancing over the front of the building. 7:49 in the morning, it's out over the back of the building outside of my bedroom, my hotel room window. This is not the sun, and everybody that I just documented are engaged in the elements of monitoring all of the demons inside of all of the rooms inside of this hotel, which is a corrupt establishment that is facilitating and organizing state surveillance, which is relevant for RICO charges. I'm prosecuting and exposing, blowing the whistle on the basis of federal prison and nothing less. It's federal prison plus whatever other consequences that justice requires. And it's going to start with federal prison based on the intolerable facilitation of an establishment to profit off of my demise, where the state is group stalking via the corrupt establishment that's placing third parties around me with the intentional purpose of maintaining the elements of monitoring, which is exactly what I documented inside of my hotel room, which is a private space where I'm being subject to a perpetual sex offense. Everybody, that means the entire public, is aware of the moment when my panties are down. This sex offender license 2Z486H1, the Abbey Company, monitoring with a communication device, Title 18, with his cat backwards, stalking a woman, exhibiting mental illness, and under no circumstances showing anything other than engaging in the criminal system of federal group stalking and monitoring with the corrupt establishment, Courtyard by Marriott, whose employees and all of the patrons paying money to group stalk me. That's how obsessed they are with my genitalia, and everything that I say and do is I'm exposing them and I'm prosecuting them. All right, it is currently, again, 12:49 p.m. There is never any sun that's going to be over the same venue, which is the documentation that shows 7:49 in the morning, 12:49 in the morning. That's 5 hours. This is the same building, the same address. Everybody is group stalking. That's what you're looking at. This is public corruption exposed, the corrupt police, the same entity that was gang stalking me across the field at 2 hours from now. Okay, daylight savings time is irrelevant. An hour or not, you will never have this duration of time at the same location. And across the field is same location. That's not the sun. You have what is the fake sun, replete with what is the stalking me by helicopters, which is the hallmark. These are sex offenders, males and females, monitoring my genitalia. Okay, and then they go home to their girlfriends, their wives, their boyfriends, whatever it is that they lay down with at night, while they're violating with the state, the government that facilitates it. 9FRU013 is going to federal prison, and this sex offender is going to be marked with a criminal record exhibiting the domestic terrorist that he is. Impossible light while that sex offender drives by, keeping me under surveillance the entire time. My panties are down. Any and everything that I'm doing inside of my hotel room, it's public information amongst this population of demons in California. Courtyard by Marriott is going to be civilly and criminally prosecuted. Paige Allen and everybody else that works at the venue is going to federal prison for what they're engaging in and for what they're organizing amongst the demons whom they're profiting off of, while they incentivize group stalking in California, making a large amount of money while doing so. All right, it is currently, again, 12:51 p.m. This is P.O.C.